Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and it is Paydirt review time again. And today I'm going to be doing two reviews comparing two bags of Paydirt from Felix Paydirt. I have their $120 Motherlode bag and their $180 Bonanza bag. So we're going to go through both of these, compare the results, and see if either one is a good buy, or if they're both good buys, or if one's a much better buy than the other one. So I'm going to flash up the descriptions for both of these, and then we're going to go classify them down, pan them out, and see what the results are. So here's the description. So not very detailed descriptions on either one of these bags, this one being the Motherlode and this one being the Bonanza. All they say is this claim is 22 years old while this one is 12 years old, and that this one should be richer Paydirt, which to me means this bag should have a higher ROI and not just have more gold, but you're paying more. It should have a higher ROI. That's how I take that. They do both state that they are 2-pound bags. We'll weigh them up. 2 pounds, 0.6 ounces, and 2 pounds, 1.6 ounces. And these bags probably weigh about that, so it's probably 2 pounds of materials exactly. It also comes with one of the Felix Paydirt flyers, which are very famous. If you order from them, you know you'll get lots of stuff from them, and a vial. So let's open up one of these and see what we get. Now, I will say I did email them and ask them specifically what the difference between these two bags of Paydirt were. And they did give me a good explanation, which I wish was in the description. And that is that this Paydirt, the Motherlode, which is the lower priced bag, typically has gold that is under a half a gram. So they say you won't find anything over a half a gram in this bag, while this bag you can find over half-gram nuggets. So I'll be curious to see what I do find out of both of them. Just open these up really quickly, dump them out. Can't really tell the difference between the material. These both look the exact same. Obviously they both are from Alaska. We'll have to classify it down and see. Let's see what kind of magnetics are in these, if any. Pretty much nothing in this one. Let's check out this one. Again, really nothing except for that one little rock. So it should be really easy stuff to pan through. But let's classify this down first and see what kind of range of Paydirt we have here. Finished classifying it all down, and as you can see, it is really similar. These are the plus 10s, and I mean, if I weigh these up, these are really close. Same with the minus 10 plus 20. I mean, these, I would not know that this was not the exact same bag of Paydirt. They are really close to each other. So, and I gotta say, the classifications are pretty equal. There is more in the minus 40 than the other material, but not that much. It'll just be really curious to see where the gold is. If there's not a lot in the minus 40, then that's a lot of wasted material. But it's pretty decent in how equal it is. Now I'm going to be really curious to see what kind of gold I find, because I did not see any in any of this classification, and these bags are pretty pricey. So I'm going to go pan it out. We're going to pan out the Motherlode first, and then we're going to pan out the Bonanza, and then we'll be back and see everything we recovered. So let's go to the pan and the water. So I have my water, have my pan, have some of my Paydirt here. This is the Motherlode Paydirt. And what I'm going to be doing for this part of the video is showing you panning from each one. So I will do the plus 10 of the Motherlode, and then do the plus 10 for the Bonanza, etc., etc. That way we can compare the gold as I get it. So that way you can see what a plus 10 for the Motherlode bag would look like, and then what the plus 10 from the Bonanza bag would be like. Then we'll do the minus 10 plus 20 for the Motherlode, and the minus 10 plus 20 for the Bonanza, and we'll continue from there. So let's just get to it and listen to some music. Well, finish panning everything out as you saw, and that stuff is really cloudy. Both the Motherlode as well as the Bonanza, they pretty much cloud up your water about 80% of the way. It's just makes it pretty hard. Another few things about this gold is it tends to really want to float. And I'm not talking about the -40 because, as you saw earlier, I didn't actually find any when I panned it out. But even the -10, +20 really wanted to float and make little bitty piles of floating gold in there. So it does make it a little bit more difficult. And also, a lot of this gold is rounded, which means it really wants to just roll out of your pan if you're not careful. I had to pan this stuff out 4 times just to make sure I got all of the gold, because it did want to either roll out or you couldn't see it escaping your pan because the water is so cloudy. But now let's just get to the gold I did find. In the +10, I found 2 little pieces in both bags, or maybe not little, but I found 2 little pickers in this one. One really tiny picker, and I guess you would call that one a nugget in there. It feels like it's over a gram, so we'll call it a nugget. But this is what we got in the Motherlode bag, and this is what we got in the Bonanza bag. Now in the -10 +20, even more gold. I got a little bit more gold out of the Bonanza bag than I did out of the Motherlode, but I did find some gold. Then in the -20 +40, even more gold, but not much, just a little bit extra gold in there. Now, as you can see, the Bonanza bag had less than the Motherlode bag, so I'm guessing, as I stated in the email, and as I said, the Motherlode bag has smaller gold, and the Bonanza bag has some larger gold in it. And finally, in the -40, nothing in either one. They were both bone dry. Not even one little speck in either bag. 4 pounds of material, not one speck of -40 gold. So that was kind of disappointing, but let's just weigh it up. For the Motherlode and the +10, 0.590. And in the Bonanza bag, we'll do the nugget first, or we'll do them both at first. 1.180. Take this little sucker out. 1.105. So most of that weight obviously is in the plus that big old nugget. Now for the Motherlode -10 +20, 0.230, and the Bonanza bag 0.430. So again, showing you that the Bonanza bag does have bigger gold. Now lastly, the -20 +40, Motherlode 0.195. And just a little bitty amount in the Bonanza bag. 0.085. So let's just weigh it all up. We'll go with the Bonanza bag since it's already got some in there. 0.5 on the dot there. 1.695. Now let's weigh up all of the Motherlode bag. $1.025. So there we go. I'm going to be right back with my ROI and my reviews. All right, finished calculating my ROI, writing up my review, and let's get right to it. This again was from Felix Paydirt, and it was a comparison video of the Motherlode versus the Bonanza bag. Now let me first by saying, whenever I think of Motherlode, I think that's the top tier. So it was really hard to shoot this video and not want to call the most expensive bag the Motherlode bag. It was really hard to think Motherlode was the lower priced bag and the Bonanza was the higher priced bag. I guess when they started out with the Motherlode bag, and you can't really change it from there. But let's just get to the numbers. They were both 2-pound bags. Neither one had any guarantees of any gold whatsoever. The Motherlode bag was $120 plus $18 shipping for a grand total $138. The Bonanza bag was $180 plus $18 shipping for a grand total of $198. Gold recovered Motherlode bag 1.025 grams. In the Bonanza bag, 1.695 grams. Now, gold spot on the date both of these bags were received was $62.78, making this gold's value worth $64.35. And the Bonanza bag's gold was worth 106.41 cents, making the R.O.I. Motherlode bag 46.63%, or on my scale, a 4.7. And for the Bonanza bag, it was 53.74%, or on my scale, a 5.4. So pretty dismal for both of those. To spend $140 or $200 to get a 50% ROI is just, I just can't believe they're still so popular. Now, for fun factor, I'm going to give the Motherlode bag a 4 and the Bonanza bag a 5. I dropped both of their scores a little bit from the ROI because there was nothing in the -40, which really just made panning that out not very much fun. So that's why they got those fun factors. For Paydirt description, I'm giving both bags a 2. There's really no information on there other than the fact that they're 2 pounds. Now, when I did email them, they did give me some good information, mostly that the Bonanza bag has larger gold. And as you can see, when I weighed it all up, most of the gold in the Bonanza bag was larger. Now, is it worth all that extra money? I don't think so. Now, for quantity and packaging, both bags are getting a 9. They shipped out really, really quickly. I've never heard of anyone having a problem with Felix shipping, and the packaging is a coffee bag. So 9 points for Paydirt quantity and packaging. Now, for customer service and shipping, they're getting a 7.5 for both bags. The customer service was really good, which really surprised me. When I emailed them, I figured it would take 5 to 7 days to get a reply from them because they are a rather big company, but it took less than 48 hours for them to reply to me. So they're getting a 10 for customer service, but shipping, this is where they really fail. I'm only giving them 5 points for shipping because I really think they're overcharging for shipping. I know in my previous reviews of them, I've said the same thing. I know, and I tried it, one of their 2-pound bags will fit in a small priority mail envelope, which ships for about $6.35. Add in the little flyer and this, and maybe you get to $7.50. I mean, tops $8. But to be charging $18 to ship one bag of Paydirt is just outrageous. Now, if you ordered 2-pound bags of this Paydirt like I had, you would think that the shipping still would be around $18 because you can pay priority mail, medium flat rate boxes only $15 and some change. So again, maybe $18 to cover the flyer and the vial, but they charge $26 to ship 2 bags of Paydirt out that they could easily put into a $16 flat rate box. So I really dislike their shipping charges. If the gold was great, if you were getting 75-80% ROIs, I could overlook it. But when you're getting a 50% ROI, it's just horrible. The total score for the Motherlode bag is a 5.4. And for the Bonanza bag, it's a 5.8. Pretty much the only redeeming quality about this Paydirt is that they ship it out quick and the customer service is good. But there's a lot of sellers that do that and give better gold. Now, I will say one little tidbit of information that I found kind of funny. Normally I don't go back through my old reviews until after because I don't want to be biased. But when I was shooting this review, the prices kind of caught my attention. So I went back and I did the Motherlode bag in 2019 and in 2018. And in both instances, the cost of the Paydirt and the shipping was the exact same. Even though in those times, The gold spot was $42 and $38, but I did recover a lot more gold in the 3-gram area and in the 2.5-gram area. So it seems like they just really put a high price on here, and instead of fluctuating their prices as gold goes up and down, they just add or subtract gold. And I don't think I've ever seen a seller do that. Most sellers I know, they charge their prices based on what they put in the bag, and the bags are consistent with what you'll get, and then they fluctuate their price. Obviously, Felix doesn't do that. They have a set price, and they fluctuate the amount of gold you'll find in there. And I did think that was a little odd, and again, it's the first time I've ever seen that. Now, normally this would be the part where I flash up the score and give away a 24-karat gold-plated dime, but I have a new part to add on to my gold Paydirt reviews. But first, let me flash up the scores, and then we're going to start part 5, which is Paydirt difficulty. Now, welcome to my newest part, which is Paydirt difficulty. I've been meaning to add this to my videos for a very long time, but I could not think of a way to do it when based on everybody's experience and what they find as hard and somebody else finds as easy. So I made up a table with several criteria giving points to each things, like how much the gold weighs, to the size of the gold, to the amount of black sands, to how cloudy the water gets. And I also added several different things for points for things like organics, if the gold really floats, if it's round, the amount of material. So let's get to it. For a beginner panner, I would say this Paydirt is pretty hard. And that is mostly due to the fact of the cloudiness and the gold being not only round but wanting to float. So those things will make it pretty hard for a novice panner to pan out. For an advanced panner, I scored this as a medium. It's not too hard and it's not too easy. It's right there in the middle. And that score goes for expert panners as well. And the really only thing that's going to cause trouble for either one of those panners, again, would be how cloudy the water gets and the fact that a lot of the gold is rounded, making it want to roll out of your pan. So that's going to be it for the Paydirt difficulty, and all that's left is to give away a 24-karat gold-plated dime, so let's just do that. Now, before I give away this 24-karat gold-plated dime, and only the dime, not the gold, just the gold-plated dime, I need to give 2 shout-outs to 2 of my newest Patreon members, and that's Robert Nault and Bob Fitch. So thank you both very much for joining my Patreon page and supporting this channel. And if you want to support this channel and keep these videos coming, patreon.com/Miller Prospecting. And now, finally, for today's 24-karat gold-plated dime winner, that's going to go to Niggle, that's me. So Niggle, that's me. Make sure you email me so I can send this off to you. And to everyone else, thanks for watching. Happy panning. And if you're not already a subscriber, make sure you hit the subscribe button below.